Hi everyone, this is going to be the first video in a series of videos that I'm going to make to help you get started with Game of War. This game can be really expensive to play, and if you start off your account the right way, it can save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So all I've done so far is started a new account. So this is a brand new account. I have not done any building or anything yet. So this is the screen that you'll see when you very first start. These right here, as they show up on your screen, are the free gifts that you get. So you'll want to collect those whenever you see them. This one here shows up pretty regularly. This one is an Athena gift. This one shows up a few times a day, sporadically, so when you open that, it's usually something pretty good. This here will take you to the dungeon and allow you to attack one time for free. And that happens once a day. And this one here is at the very beginning of your game, just prompting you to join an alliance. So these menu buttons down here are what you're going to use a lot. This first one here on the left, will take you to the world map, and there's a whole other set of menu options up at the top there, and we'll get into those a little bit later. Click back here to go back into your stronghold. Quests, you'll be doing those pretty regularly, and we'll get into those in a little bit. Items are not only items that you have already, but also items that you can buy for gold. Alliance here isn't going to do anything yet because we're not in an alliance. Mail is all of your communication as far as reports or mail that you receive from other players. And the more option here takes you to where you can read the blog, different options. You can look at the leaderboards for your kingdom and then also go into a few different things here. So one of the first things you want to do when you have a brand new account is to join an alliance. There are a lot of benefits to joining an alliance. You can speed up your building and research times, you receive gifts, you can also a lot of times get resources from different members of your alliance who maybe have some extras. So when you are first getting started and you click on the alliance button down here on the bottom, it will take you to a list of alliances in your kingdom. Now if your kingdom is pretty new, this one is around 5 days old, you'll notice that a lot of your alliances are low levels. So you can see here this top one listed, Homer's Place, has 96 out of 100 members, which is pretty good for a brand new alliance. It has gift level 2, which is a lot lower than what you want to see, and the total alliance kills are 270. So when you're first getting started, you want to look for an alliance with a slightly higher gift level. Chances are you're not going to be able to get into one of the top alliances in your kingdom, but you want to find something that is a little bit higher. I'm going to scroll through these and see if there's any that I can find. Okay, so it looks like this one will work out pretty well. They have 32 members and they have a gift level of 4. So again, this kingdom's really young, but that's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and apply to this alliance by clicking the join button. And it looks like they must have open enrollment because I have joined this alliance. So the next thing you'll want to do is get started with your building and research. You have two different kinds of buildings. You've got rural buildings, which are your buildings that are outside your wall here. And then you have urban buildings, which are the buildings that are inside your walls. And they are different buildings for each one. So out here, you're going to build your resource buildings, your farms, and so once you've joined an alliance, the next thing you'll want to do is start building and researching. So when you start your building, you have two different kinds of buildings. You have the buildings that you get outside your walls, and then you have the buildings that you get inside your walls. So outside, you'll want to start with your farms and all of that, and then on the inside, that's where you're going to build your barracks so you can train troops, your hospitals so you can heal them, and so on. I'm going to start by building a farm. So you click on an empty space, select which building you want. I'm going to select farm. this tells you the requirements. So it's required that you have 100 of each wood, stone, and ore. This down here will tell you what the rewards are. So I'm going to get 10 experience for my hero, and my power level will go up by 5. So you click the build button, and you will be able to upgrade these for free to begin with. So you'll go ahead and click this and it will finish up your building for free. And as you can see, I've also completed a quest. So if I go into my quest bar here, it will show me the Empire quests that I've completed so far. Some of these are completed for me, like building a hospital. It was already there when I started. Same thing with my storehouse and my watchtower. Now I would hold off on collecting these just yet, and we'll get into that a little bit more a little bit later. So there are some Empire quests that you'll want to complete right off the bat. The first one is to build 10 of each of the same building, both inside and outside your walls. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to show that in the video though, because it is really time consuming. So once you get started with your buildings, you're going to want to take a look at the events for the kingdom. They are located right here on the right side of your screen. So when you open that, you're going to see that you have a few different types of events. And the older your kingdom gets, the more events you will have. But for right now, you have a solo event, which typically lasts around 3 hours, an Inferno event, which lasts an hour, and the Alliance event, which goes for 24 hours. You can usually combine these events. So they're usually the same type of thing in each. So if I look at the Inferno event here, it is research, building, troops, and that's it. So research, building, and troops up to 200 points. And you can see just by building that one farm, I got 5 points. So if you continue to scroll down toward the bottom here, it will show you the prizes. So the first prize that you get for 10 points is 100 VIP points. Here's the second prize for 50 and the third prize for 200. You do want to try to time all of your buildings with getting these events. The reason is it's free supplies. So it's things that you don't have to pay for gold. Now this is a dungeon event, so you're not going to be doing that right off the bat, but you do want to try to complete those Inferno events. So this one has 36 minutes left, and I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and get that done. I am going to try to build 10 of each of these buildings outside my walls, and that should get me the event. You will have to deconstruct those buildings in between. It's very, very simple to do. You just select the building, select deconstruct. Do not worry about using this option, just do this one. It takes 15 seconds and then it's gone. So I've built my 10 farms, and by looking at the Inferno event, I can see that I am almost a quarter of the way there. So I'm going to go ahead and build up the next set of buildings. I'm going to do logging camps. So I'm going to go ahead and build 10 of those, and I will have to deconstruct some of my farms, and we'll see where that gets me in the event from once that's done. So I have now built 10 of each of my buildings outside my walls, and I did have to deconstruct some of them in order to fit them all. So I have gotten those quests, and I am just a couple of points away from completing the last prize in the Inferno event. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and build my academy. So that is a building that goes inside your wall. You'll just select it, same as before, build it, and then upgrade it for free. Now it's going to put you through a little tutorial on actually how to research. So I am going to want to make sure that I build 10 of each of the buildings on the inside of my walls as well, but I am going to wait for the next event to start in about 25 minutes. That way when I do the building, at least I'm going to get some prizes for it. And while I wait for that, I do want to give you a quick overview of your hero and your VIP. So when you click on the little picture for your hero here, it's going to open up the actual window here. What you can see is these are all the spots for your gear, and you're not going to have any gear to begin with because you haven't crafted any. This is your hero energy. You use this for hitting monsters. This one up here is your experience. Now your hero at present time can go up to level 60. This hero obviously is hero level 1. If you click on this little plus button here, it will take you to a menu where you can add hero experience. If you have any, you'll see that it'll just be here without the little gold symbol next to it, but with the little gold symbol next to it, that means you would have to pay gold for that. Your hero will level up as you do quests, as you actually earn items with experience and hit monsters, attack other players. All of those things will make your hero experience go up. Now, next to your hero is your VIP level. Now, I'm going to do a video exclusively devoted to VIP because it can be very confusing, but just a quick overview of it. Right now my VIP is not active and I am VIP level 1. There are a couple of ways that you can activate your VIP. The first way is by leveling your VIP up. So for each level that you gain, you get 24 hours of active VIP time. Or you can activate it using an item. So right here I see that I have a 30-minute VIP item. Now to add points, you'll go ahead and click here, but what I want to show you before we do that is when you click on the actual level where you are, it will tell you what you get when your VIP is active. So I get 6 minutes of construction speed up, I get 4% added to each of my resource, I get the VIP level to show in chat, which you get at every level, and then I get 1 VIP bonus quest. So I am going to go ahead and activate it, but how I'm going to do that is by adding points, because I should have enough points to go up to the next level. So if I add 100 VIP points, don't mind that. As you can see, I am now active for 24 hours because I went up to VIP level 2. So when I click on this, it tells me what I get here. Now I would suggest that you start collecting VIP points as early as possible. When you start getting up into the higher levels of VIP, for example, where this break happens here, where it says 10 to 1, you're going to need as many VIP points as you can get. You can usually get lots of VIP points very, very early on in the game by completing solo and inferno quests. Another thing that you're going to want to pay close attention to are your quests. So when you click on the quest box here, you'll see you have actually 4 different kinds of quests. Empire quests, which are the quests that you get for completing certain actions within your kingdom. You have daily quests, which reset every 6 hours, and you'll want to go ahead and get these started. So just pick one and go ahead and start it. The timer is here. You have alliance quests, same thing. These ones reset every 6 hours. There are different levels as well. You have basic quests, common quests, uncommon quests, all the way up to legendary. The higher the quest, the longer it will take to complete. And you have VIP quests. In the beginning, you're only going to get 1 VIP quest. Now with the alliance quests as well, you'll notice if you open them, you get not only hero experience and some materials, but you're also going to get loyalty and funds. Now you use loyalty and funds to purchase things in the alliance store, and we'll get into that on a later video, but the more you have of that, the easier it's going to be because you can buy certain things like teleports and shields that you won't have to spend gold on. Now with the Empire quests, the reason I stated earlier that you do not want to collect these right away is you do get hero experience for each of these. There is a building that you're going to put up in your town that will multiply your hero experience, and the higher that building level, the more it's multiplied by. So you want to hold on to these quests until you have that building a high enough level and it becomes really worthwhile to start collecting these quests. You will get a lot more hero experience that way, and your hero will level up a lot faster by waiting. So as you can see, the new Inferno event has started. It has 55 minutes remaining, and it is the same as the last Inferno event. So it's 200 points. You get 1 point for research, 1 point for building, and then points for troops as well. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and build 4 of each of the buildings inside my walls. So the buildings that you can build are barracks, forge, villas, and hospitals. The rest of them you will only get 1 of each. So you'll want to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with barracks. Same as before, build it and then upgrade it for free. and it's going to take me into a little tutorial here on how to train troops, and I'm going to get more into that later, so I am going to just skip through this tutorial. Okay, so I do have my 1 barracks built, and I'm going to go ahead and build 9 more, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to have to demolish some of them, and I'll build up 10 hospitals and 10 villas as well, so that I can go ahead and get that Inferno event. So I will be back as soon as I complete that. So now that I've completed the event, I just want to make sure that I take out one of those extra buildings and put in a forge. You're going to need that in the future to craft your equipment. And as of right now, I have built up all of the buildings that I can have. So that wraps up this getting started with Game of War video. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that you're able to use the information to get started in a way that makes your account a lot stronger, a lot faster, and hopefully you won't have to spend as much money as some of us did. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I am going to make a few other videos on troop training and things in the beginning here to make it a little bit easier for you to continue your account. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.